Made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Redskins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now. Miami ending. There, right there. 56. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Let's go. Come on.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And down to the 29-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Gurley again here on first down. That's Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On first down, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Check 99. Check 99. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, the rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Bound to lose one. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. They can't hang with us.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky, he's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
58 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to get this inside the 30. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
And the Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Mike's 56. Hey, listen. We taking wins home. Check.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Check. Mike, we want this.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Lock in.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Finding room at the 30. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing is Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Todd Gurley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Trubisky. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that's complete to Cooks. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 49 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And McManus able to put it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Shit! Watch the shit! Shit! He's coming! 18. Watch the shit! Watch him!
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Ravens.
Get up! 180! Check. Watch 54. 18. Kill. Hey, 18.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
180! 54! What we got?
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, alert.
Now Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Out of the gun, Trubisky letting one go deep and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Let it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
that strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
At the Redskins' 49-yard line.
Go! 180! Watch it, oh, here we go! Oh! Hey, alert! 55, come on! Hey, Delta! 55, come on!
Now Trubisky on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go. Ran, go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Alert. Watch Avery.
Trubisky will throw. A throw taken in by Sims. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Tight dog. Ran, go. Spawns. Pilot, 64, weak. Big edge.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second and a couple, Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
29 is Mike 29. I got it. Check 52. Quick edge. Go. Slam.
To throw is Jackson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Alert. You got tight right there. No.
They'll look to run with Freeman. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Ready. Get the flag. 29. Let him know. Let him know. Kill. Shoot. Go. Watch motion. 29 is a Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Watch the eyes. Tighten up. Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Cooks. A big gain of 31 on third down.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 29. Hey, let's go. 29 is a Mike. 29.
Again, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
18.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Alert, 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 alert. What did you find? I don't even know why this team showed up. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Six guard, check six guard. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson flush to his right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That time, Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm willing to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Redskins' 21-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out, watch out. Switch. Close out. Check. Alert. Check 13. Check 13. Blue. He's checking. Crash. Check nickel.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. This is caught. It's Cooks. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You better be afraid of me.
On 4th down, Jackson. It's caught left side by Cooks. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now it's Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. 29 is it. I'm here all day. I'm here. Let's go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ran, Blue. Shift. Motion. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now it's Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. It's just me and you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, come on. 29 is the Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. They'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Motion.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there in 2nd down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Get on the foot right here. Lock in. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now it's Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Trubisky's pass. Throwaway and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mark 55. Mark 55. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Lock in. Lock in. Check. Switch. No. Switch.
And the blitz does come. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Next score, Ravens 35, Redskins 26.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mark 56. Mark 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on.
Jackson to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. You got nothing today. Go. You got nothing. 56. Yeah. 56. Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go. Watch the screen.
Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Alert, 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 alert. Check 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, check 24, check 24. No, check that. We want Mike. Red, Hey, get the weight room.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Who do you want?
Here's Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it'll be third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
It's going to be a long day. Check. Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing down is Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Ravens, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.